Hello, folks. It's Phil again. It is 3:46 p.m. on Sunday, June 2nd, 2024. It's the second day of the fast. And I just did a video about Langer's juices where I got this blue juice that was horrendous. And their coconut juice is awesome. But I'm not gonna get involved in that anymore. I'm just gonna steer clear of that whole brand. In any case, this is a tale of three breakfasts. Okay. Last week, at the beginning of the week, I was down in Williamsburg and I went to a Golden Corral and I get a half hour to eat my lunch. I figured, well, if you go in a buffet, if you get, in line and get in there in, 3 minutes, you can sit down at your table, you can spend 20 minutes eating, and you can leave and you can be stuffed. And that's what I did. The food was well cooked. The eggs were a little bit overcooked. The pork sausage, which was, it was just the round coins of pork sausage. That was the only thing that sort of really was kind of extra cheap, but everything else was fine. The bacon was fine. I had scrambled eggs, which I don't mind. Scrambled eggs that are a little bit overcooked. I just chopped them up, put more pepper and salt on them. I had some grits. I had some a biscuit with gravy, sausage gravy, and it was pretty good. But when I left, and literally when I left and I walked out to the truck and I sat in the truck, I started getting ill. I don't know what that was. I didn't throw up or anything. I at one point I did say, man, am I going to have to heave? Am I going to have to empty this out? And this was within about 15 minutes of eating there. It was down in Williamsburg. But I chalked it up to how fast I ate it, So, go later in the week, like on Thursday, I went to another Golden Corral up in Richmond, up on Gaskins Road. And the food there was perfectly cooked. I mean, better. The problem with the one in Williamsburg was, whenever you're dealing with a buffet restaurant, you want it to be reasonably busy because it leads to turnover, and they were not busy in Williamsburg. They just didn't have enough turnover, and but the one in on Gaskin Road was busy, and they have a great staff there, wonderful people that cook food excellently. Everything was delicious, and I really enjoyed it. And about 45 minutes later, I got a powerful case of diarrhea. I don't know where it came from. Thank God I was near a restroom. I won't go into details about what transpired. Let's just say that it was a close one. So that was 2 Golden Corrals in a week and 2 interesting situations. And the strange thing was, in both cases, the food was well prepared. It looked wonderful. In the second case, that Gaskins Road Golden Corral, those people, that food was perfectly cooked. I mean, perfectly cooked. I do a special shout out for anybody who takes hash browns and they put it in a pan with vegetable oil and they let it brown on one side and they flip it over so you get this crust on top. It's brown, it's delicious, and then the underside, the hash browns are cooked. And I ate a bunch of those. But I talked to my friend, he says it's the oil they cook the food in, Phil. I said, John, you might absolutely be right. So this is a tale of 3 breakfasts. So what is the third breakfast? Well, I told you all about this place down on 6802 Paragon Place, number 105. And I didn't know what the name of the place was, but here's the name of the place. I don't know if you're going to be able to read that. The light's pretty bright. It's Autumn's Catering and Cafe. and it's a wonderful little restaurant that's run by a bunch of people, probably some of them family, and they cook some of the best breakfast food you'll ever eat. It is essentially home cooked food. And what I got here was a seeded wheat bread, toasted, scrambled eggs with cheddar cheese on them, applewood bacon, 2 pieces of applewood bacon, and home fries. And I mean, I'll show you the inside of this, but there's not much to look at. As you can see, it's clean. It's clean, but they had a whole side of potatoes. Now their potatoes are red skin potatoes that are cut in chunks, and then they fry them with onions, red peppers, and green peppers. Those little pieces, and they were delicious. The scrambled eggs and cheese was in the corner here. The 2 pieces of bread was on top. The bacon was across this way. I gotta tell you, after 2 disappointing situations at Golden Corral, which might have been, who knows what the cause was, but to have this breakfast and to have it come out the way it did was just wonderful. Now, this breakfast cost me $11. You can see it right there. It cost me $11. The first Golden Corral meal cost me $14.45. The second Golden Corral meal cost me $10 and just say $11. But in both cases, I had a reaction. I never had no reaction to this. As a matter of fact, those potatoes that they cooked for me, those red skin potatoes, I'm telling you, those were awesome. And whatever oil they used, a butter flavored oil to cook those potatoes in. And I didn't. She asked me. She said, "Do you want some pepper and salt?" And I said, "Nah, I'll just eat it the way it is." Because I wasn't really in a hurry because I had a long way to go. But I just wasn't feeling like adding anything after 2 breakfast disappointments. I was like, you know what? I'll just eat it the way it is, and it was delicious. I went out to my truck and I said, you know what? Instead of driving down the road trying to eat this thing on the fly, I'll just sit here. I'll take my time. I'll eat this, and then I'll be done with it. And when it was so good, I had to go in there and I had to give them the thumbs up. I had to go in there and I had to go, hey, that was awesome. Thank you for cooking me that breakfast. And that is Autumn's Catering and Cafe. Phone number is 804-447-4532. It's down in Richmond, so don't go making no daggone order unless you're going to be in Richmond, okay? It's on, you have to put the thing in Google Map or Waze. The address is 6802 Paragon Place, number 105. If you can get to Paragon Place, you drive into Paragon Place and you take a left and you go to the end of the building, and it's a little door at the end. It just kills me how it's a cafeteria, but they put it in the absolute worst place on that property. That door should be at the front, not at the back. It should be at the front, so when you drive in, you see it. So people are out front of the building, so it looks like a receiving place, a pleasing place that appreciates people, instead of sticking them in the back corner. The good thing about this place was they were cooking my breakfast, and I was a little bit patient. They took a little bit of time, but that's okay. I don't mind. The food was excellent. But he was cooking a bunch of meat on the grill, and the guy was just tending to it wonderfully. And I said, "What is that for? Is that for steak and cheese later?" He says, "No, we got to order for 120 chicken marsala sandwiches. So we're going to be feeding that later." I said, "That's wonderful, because that's what you need to have. That's what every food place needs to have. You can't just depend on filling the seats in the cafe. You got to have those orders from the companies that are in the building, and hopefully you can get some orders from people who word of mouth. but it was wonderful. It was delicious, and I just wanted to thank them. I thanked them. I went in and I thanked them when they cooked it. This is the second time I went there. The first time I got 2 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches that were on Texas Toast that were just absolutely amazing. They cost $7 each. I think it was $7. And it was $15 for both of them. But man, I ate those going down the road, and I got to tell you, I am definitely a breakfast person. And they were absolutely 100% delicious. So if you're ever down in Richmond and you're ever wondering where you can get some good breakfast food, Autumn's Catering and Cafe is available to you. And as far as Golden Corral goes, I'll definitely go back to Golden Corral. I don't know what the situation is where I keep having digestive issues with it, but that one, especially in Richmond, the one on Gaskins Road, those people are wonderful, and that food is excellent. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe I'll have to take some charcoal pills with me or something when I eat it. I don't know, but I just thought I'd send a shout out to Autumn's Catering and Cafe for putting out a really amazing product, and also to Golden Corral for putting out a good cut rate product that you can eat a lot of. I just don't know what's going on with my insides not liking the Golden Corral stuff. I didn't have any problem with this Autumn's Catering and Cafe meal. I didn't have any problem with it. And I was looking for that too. I was waiting for that. I was like going, last time we ate breakfast from a place, we had to get somewhere quick. And but none of that happened with their food. Their food was delicious and nutritious and awesome and just fantastic. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I got another video to make. So the subject has been explored. Here we go. The battery is dying. I got the Ryobi work light over here. I guess I should have put it down to the lowest brightness. But anyway, have a wonderful Sunday. We'll see you next video. Peace. Amy's Catering and Cafe, 6802 Paragon Place, Enrico, Virginia, 804-447-4532. And you can put that in your GPS and get down there and maybe get you some good breakfast. Have a good one, folks. Peace.